And we are live. Good evening, kayak anglers, Northeast Ohio. This is the captain's meeting for our Rivers 2025 event. I know everyone's been watching the weather, and I think we're gonna be okay. A couple little curveballs here and there, but before we get started, I of course need to take a sip of my delicious and refreshing Bell Store spring water. Which leads me into my first point, our sponsors. We are a nonprofit. None of us are making any money from this, and we could not do what we do without our amazing sponsors. First and foremost, Bell Stores. They are so generous to us and allow us to do so many cool things. And then another sponsor that is very good to us. We were just down there a couple weeks ago. Raccoon Creek Outfitters, Bobby, Dustin, Brett, Justin, the whole RCO team. I'm rocking my RCO shirt here for tonight. They are having a big July 4th party next weekend, including live music with Addison Johnson Friday night, fireworks, food, music, family fun. You know how they do. So that's pretty cool. I'll put the event link here in the comments if anyone wants to check that out. I know my wife and I, Stephanie, are headed down for Friday for the live music, so we're gonna be down there Friday at least. Music starts at 7 p.m. $20 cover at the door Friday night for music and fireworks. $50 for the entire weekend of camping, food, entertainment, everything. Bring your chairs. And I believe it said BYOB. Bring a cooler. If you've been down there, you know what all's there and what's available. It's just gonna be a fun time. Nashville-based artist Addison Johnson is a singer, songwriter, and performer originally from North Carolina, whose melodies and lyrics have captivated audiences worldwide. A true storyteller at heart, Addison's songwriting is a fusion of personal experiences and the study and observation of the people and places who demonstrate the everyday human condition. Should be pretty fun. I know a bunch of the RCO people are going to be, RCO team's going to be down there. Of course, Bobby, Dustin, Brett, Justin, everyone. So if you're looking for something to do, here's a big party next weekend. Be a good time. And then the rest of our sponsors, obviously Fishing Online, they've been great to us since forever, as long as I can remember. They're awesome. We'll have some Fishing Online gift cards in the raffle tomorrow. Hobie Eyewear, we got the 20% off coupon. Angler of the Year package, like the Angler of the Year is going to win a pair. Kayak cushion, of course. Save your behind, save your back, your hips. Bull Bay rods will have a LMG 7'3" heavy fast action rod in the raffle tomorrow. It's awesome and just in time with summer coming. We're going to be punching heavy. 7'3" heavy is the perfect from a kayak. Perfect in my opinion. I know we all kind of do things differently, but it's a great rod. It's got the hook keeper it's just like a hook, so you can keep your lure Texas rigged and just slip the hook over it. You don't have to unrig it to keep it secured. So that's really cool. Excited about that one. Suspends, obviously Suspends. I'll have the big rack tomorrow. We'll highlight the winner. They get the first place gets $100 gift certificate to Suspends. So that's really cool. Plus we get used in their promotional material. So we'll get to see so far Ben Messmore, Jeffrey Rabbit, and then whoever wins tomorrow is going to be on it. So that's really cool that we get to see the kayak anglers rocking the Suspends gear in their promo materials. 412 Scared Fishless. I still have a few bags of the plastics. Those will be in the dry bags tomorrow for the raffle, the little grab bag mystery pack. Catch products. Catch boards are so great. They're so much better than the alternatives. And they are one of the two that we allow. We still allow the hog troughs, but the Suspends boards are so much better. Definitely recommend those. Plus, we have a discount code on them. Catch boards. I jumped up a line. Catch boards. Wu Tungsten, tariffs and prices are going up. Wu Tungsten, we got a discount on them. Can't go wrong with tungsten. If you're not using it, what are you doing? Never lost gears, leash everything down that you don't want to lose, especially in this moving water, especially look at checking out new waters. Doesn't hurt to be safe. Cross kicks, massive 40% discount code for them. And I know, what are we up to, like four or five members now, anglers are wearing them. That's really cool to see in the pictures. Not that I'm staring at people's feet when I'm judging, but I noticed the cross kicks in there. Dubro Fishing, we raffled off one of their rod racks at Pymatuming a couple weeks ago. It's very solid, very secure, sturdy. I wish I had one. That would have been awesome to add to my garage pile, because I got that Daiwa rod from Fisherman Central. I got all the bull bear rods. I got all this stuff for kayak anglers, and then of course on top of my own stuff. They also have a bunch of kayak accessories. The twist, like the thumb screw nuts, makes for adding and removing gear track accessories super easy. Kitech, courtesy of Eric Ordepan, we got the Kitech discount code. You can't go wrong with a swim bait. Everyone, I think we all use Kitechs. Thomas Custom Lures. We had some custom painted lures that we raffled off at Pymatuming a couple weeks ago. We got a discount code for them as well. G socks, the rod socks with the polyvinyl cover over the hooks to keep them out of tangling anything. Very awesome. You got a little hatchback that you drive around. That's perfect. It's spoken from experience. Boondocks, landing gear. They got carts, they got accessories, they got cool stuff. Discount code for that as well. And then Yak Power, they've been a Northeast Ohio sponsor the last few years. They're a kayak angler sponsor now. Great stuff. I still swear that the battery pack, the battery box from Yak Power, and the kayak cushion are essential tournament gear anymore. And then on top of that, we got the club, the chapter sponsors, which I've mentioned: Bell Stores, Raccoon Creek, of course. Buckeye Sports Center, they're going to bring some Hobies down to our Portage Lakes event next month. We'll do a demo of them. If you want to check out a Hobie, get in, pedal around. Fisherman Central, they're awesome. They're right here local. I already mentioned Kitech and Yak Power. Venom Lures is no longer around. I think they still have a few stuff on discount if you're looking for some budget stuff, but yeah, they're still around. Doring Vision, I believe we are raffling off a pair of, are they Costas tomorrow, courtesy of Doring Vision. It's a eye center in Massillon and New Philly, and I still have not made an appointment. I'm just going to keep this as a theme going on throughout. They haven't made an appointment yet, and I really need to, because I need new glasses. Did I forget anyone? I'm going to assume I didn't. So moving on to the Tourney X page. This is our third AoY event. Oh, I can actually go over AoY. So we're 2 events in right now, and we take your best 3 finishes. So obviously there's still plenty of room. Anyone can take it at this point. And Brett up at the top doesn't have a runaway lead just yet, so there's still time to take it. And the last 3 events, you get some good finishes in the last 3. You can sneak up at the last event and win it. But we got Brett's at first, Brett Fultrower, and then Andrew Gettle. There you go. Andrew Gettle second. Just learned how to pronounce his last name the right way, so thank you. Josiah's in third, Tim Ekman in fourth, Jeff Lewis in fifth, Adam Dobbins-Speck in sixth, Jay in seventh, Stephen Garrett in eighth, Jeremy Aaronholt at 9, and Jeremy Huntington at 10th. And then since he's on the call here, Drew's in 11th. Still plenty of time to catch up. I mean, we got Portage Lakes and Mosquito, still 2 of like the best lakes in Ohio. So there's still anyone's game at this point. And I mean, if you look down at 19th, Richard's got that 110, 2 more good finishes, and he's right up there. And I believe there's one even lower. Maybe not. No. Still plenty of room, plenty of time to get started. And this is our third event, so we'll at least have an idea of who's where. They went crazy at Mosquito in May, did they? Weren't we there in May and blanked at them? But yeah, so this is our third AoY here. Universal identifiers linked here. It's also on our the TourneyX page, the Facebook group, and the Discord server. If you're not on Discord, definitely missing out because it's a lot of fun. We almost always have a conversation going on. Some good tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff. This is the captain's meeting. It's on our YouTube page, and then it will be shared to the Facebook. Well, I just shared it right before I went live. All anglers are required to review the information here. Entry fees, optional big bass side pot. I'll go over payouts at the end here. It's June 28th tomorrow. It's a 3 fish limit. Paddle ins at 5:30. Lines in at 6. Lines out at 2. Submission deadline's at 3. The meetup will be at 3 also, and that is at the Coshocton Lake Park. Here's the address here, but if you click on this link, I had it up and I don't anymore. Click on this link. It'll pull up the Google Maps of where we'll be.
Yeah, we're going to have to get creative with that. The guy just came back and he said, "Oh, we had you booked for the shelter today."
Oop.
So there's a bunch of open fields. We can make it work, but
hey, if we made Wingfoot work, we can make this work.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah, and then bring cash for the charity raffle. We do have some cool stuff. I said the Bull Bay rods. We have the Yak Power $50 gift certificate. We'll have the dry bags with the lures from Fisherman Central and 412 Scared Fishless. I got some Suspends swag. We'll have the QR code for the $10 Suspends gift certificate if you want to scan that and get $10 off just for being there. Boundaries are all laid out here, and then they are also outlined on Jay's Magic Map, which is still working at the moment. They haven't shut his account down yet, so that's really cool. It shows, we'll be meeting somewhere around here, but it shows like here's a launch, like it goes through and it shows where some launches are, and it also outlines the borders and boundaries. Like this one's kind of cool because you can paddle up and then you hit the Apple Valley Lake, which is out of bounds, but then right above it, then you can pick back up. I mean, this is really cool. It's very in depth, and it shows a lot of the cool things that are available. Oh, this was the one I was thinking of, Dillon Lake. So it shows the river flowing through it, but that's off limits there until you get above it or below it. Pretty cool stuff. Thank you, Jay, for putting the time into making this and sharing it with us and getting your account shut down a few times. Hopefully it was utilized. It's very cool. A lot of cool resources there. And then specific to this event, you may access any tributary that is connected to these main rivers unless there's a lake or reservoir between them. Any dammed reservoirs make stream waterways above ineligible. There it is. Thank you, Andrew. Just took a little coaching last Saturday in person. The only exception is Dillon Lake, the Licking River. This is a strictly rivers event, no man-made canals, lakes, or quarries or streams that run through it. And one of the questions that we were asked is, can you launch above or outside of the boundaries and paddle in? And that was determined to be no. And I know, like right above the northern boundary on the Tusk and Maslin, there's a launch like right here, probably a little closer to here. But you can't launch there and paddle down into it. You must launch within boundaries. But then from there you can paddle through to what you can access up the little streams, creeks, all that fun stuff. I think with the little bits of rain that we've had here or there, I think some of the streams are going to be in play. I think it'd be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing who's gotten creative, who's gonna win it, and where they're gonna come from. I'll see you guys all at the meetup at the Coshocton Lake Park, 3 p.m. We'll get that started. I believe we're gonna have hot dogs for everyone, and then some of us are gonna go around the corner to the Woolly Pig Farms. Andrew says it's the best brewery in Ohio, so we need to check that out. It'll be pretty fun. And then just going to touch on the rules real quick. This is our third event. Should all be familiar with them now. First and foremost, we are a human-powered only trail. That's pedal, paddle, no motors without previous medical exemptions. And I don't believe anyone with exemptions has signed up yet. So no motors, please. Black bass only, largemouth, smallmouth, spotted bass. I believe we will get some. We have some chance at some spotted bass in some of these waters, so pretty cool to see those pop up. It's catch.
We have.
Yeah. Oh, lost him. I'll keep going. Obviously, reception is an issue, so make sure be aware of that as you're going. You do have that extra hour after line's out to submit fish, so you got time to find reception. Please don't miss that 3 p.m. deadline. Drew, what were you gonna say?
I don't know if you caught. I believe we do have one medical exemption for this event, correct?
I received a message earlier that he's not fishing tomorrow.
Okay,
so
never mind.
No.
The other thing I did want to touch on is, especially with the events this week, I know a good portion of water that guys are going to be fishing this weekend are, wadable waters. It still does not mean you can take your life jacket off. It's very important that remains on as long as you're in the event.
Yes. If you have a line in the water, the PFD is on, period. Wading up on shore in your kayak. If you need to take it off to add a jacket, raincoat, take it off. All lines must be out of the water, rods stowed. Take your PFD off, put the jacket on, put the PFD back on, fully fasten it, zipped all the way up, all the buckles, everything, and then you can pick up your rod and start casting again. That's in your kayak, on the shore. Anytime during the event when you are fishing, your PFD must be on and fully fastened. Let's see, CPR tournament. You may not keep any bass for any reason. If you catch another species, sawguy, sauger, white bass, whatever else, you can keep those, but it must meet all federal, state, and local guidelines, regulations, all of that. All fish must be caught from a kayak or canoe. Wading is allowed, but keep the kayak close, especially if it gets warm tomorrow. You don't want to keep the fish out of the water too long. We do want to release the fish live. If you catch a fish, you cannot make any casts until that fish has been released. So to that point, take your pictures, put it back in your net, check your pictures, make sure the identifier is fully in frame. You got the fence of the board, and I didn't bring my board in. The entire fence of the board is in frame. The tail is flat against the board. Your hand isn't over the eye, isn't under the gills. You can pinch the tail if you would like. Just be mindful and don't keep the fish out of the water all that long. And then the dead eye rule is actually written here somewhere. If you have a fish that has a mangled eye, a dead eye, there you go. A bass that appears to have a dead eye caused from previous damage you must record a video of its live release. And I recommend that you start the video with the fish on the board so you can match the measure, and then you grab it and you show as you release it and it swims away. And then send that to me. You can text me, Facebook, Discord, email, whatever you want to do. Get that video to me. I'll forward that on to the judge. But that is in our rules now, and it is a requirement if you catch one that has cloudy eye, mangled eye, dead eye, any of that. And then there are some examples here of fish measures. Assuming the ID is in the picture, this one is good. Lips closed, or mouth closed, lips against the board, tail goes out to 18 3/4. Hand isn't under the gill, it's not covering the eye. This one's facing the wrong way, plus the eye, the mouth open. Mouth open, it's not touching. Mouth open. This is one, the fence. Make sure the entire fence is in view. And then this is a better picture, but then here the identifier's cut off. So you want to make sure you check your pictures, everything's visible, everything that you need. Tourney X, we use the default Tourney X scoring. Payouts is 25% of the tournament entry goes to charity, and then 75% after fees. And we do have the Tourney X fee and the judging fee. And then payouts are based on our participation. We got 20. What was it? 27. And then there's some scoring, and then sportsmanship. We're out to have fun. We are competing, but we're here to have fun too. So be cool. And then cheating, don't cheat. That's all I have to say about that. And then this is the championship invites I was talking about. If we can get 29, we average out to 61. So that would be the AoY plus 4 additional invites, which is our 5. So if we can hit 29 tonight, we still got an hour and a half. Otherwise, we got the next 2 that we have to try. I really think we can hit six invites. The 81 average, 5 plus the AoY. That'd be really cool. The map sitting right now. I can zoom in on that. The 27 anglers with 23 in the big bass. So the big bass pot is $230 at the moment. Charity is $168.75. And then being an AoY event, we do have the Bell Stores bonus bucks. That's an extra $400 in guaranteed payouts. 200 to first, 150 to second, 50 to third. Getting the payouts are pretty respectable for 27 people. We have $450, 453 to first, 327 to second, 125 to third, and that'll go up if we get some more people. What'd I forget? I always forget something. Got the meetup, got the rules. Check Discord. I keep hearing it go off. Anything important? Glizzies and buns have been secured, 3 exclamation points. So we're going to have hot dogs at the meetup. Very cool. Thank you, Steven, for getting those, and Jeremy for volunteering to cook those. A nice little snack while we do our meetup. Got the map here, got the payouts. If there's no questions, if there's nothing I missed, then we'll get the ID and get to sleep. I know some people have some longer drives in the morning. We are a little outside of our normal range for this one, but I think there's some cool waters and some fun new things to do. No questions? All right, let me throw the switch. Oh, the even 200. ID for tomorrow is 200. Make sure you have your initials in the box. Initials, as the rules are laid out, you have your initials and the code. It's the 2025 Kayak Anglers Universal Identifier. Black and white or color is fine. I just happen to have access to a $30,000 copier that they don't know about. I use for this. So there you go. There's no other questions, nothing I missed. I will see you all at the meetup tomorrow. Please be safe. Please have fun. And I guess that's it. Thanks, everyone. Oh, where's my...